we are, British Virgin Islands. We're Rob and I, Rob holding the camera. We're about to go on our first dive of our trip. We're doing a wreck dive, and I'm looking to take some pictures, see how dark it is down there. We are going about 75 feet, but all my underwater photos that I take is just with this little Canon PowerShot A75 3.2 megapixel camera, and I just got the Canon.
How old is that?
Oh, this thing's probably about 5 years old now. And this is the Canon DC-30 underwater housing. It's just a very simple, I can't say crude because it actually is not crude. It's just a very simple housing. All the buttons are there, so you have full functionality of all your controls and options in your camera. Whereas some underwater housings limit you to the uses of your camera. Now, one thing that I did find to get really crystal clear images underwater is I shoot everything aperture priority at 2.8. I shoot everything wide open, and I put the macro feature on because I'm usually trying to get in real close to show you know, some of the coral and stuff like that. So I've got the macro feature on 2.8, and what I'll do is I'll do a custom white balance, and it's really easy to do a custom white balance with this camera. It's called an evaluative custom white balance, and all you do is you set the function to custom white balance, and when you click your function key, it meters the whole scene, adjusts the white balance for that right there. So it's not like I'm holding my gray card underwater or anything, because that's kind of difficult. So every time I go to a different kind of scene underwater, either I'm in a darker shade or I'm in a different spot of coral, or the corals all change colors, I'll just click my function once to get into function mode, twice for the evaluative white balance, boom, it's done. Once it did that, all the colors came out, they're all vibrant. I don't get that whole blue hue tone to the whole image, because underwater, it's just a blue spectrum. So when you do the custom white balance, you get all the true colors underwater. This really shows out well. You can also do it with the video too. You can do your custom white balance first, put it on video, you got custom white balance with your video. So
what
yeah.
ISO you at?
I shoot at 100 ISO for this. Like I said, we'll see how deep we are, and we'll see how what the clarity's like as far as light.
How do you focus?
It's all autofocus. One thing about what I like about when you put it on macro lens, you hold the same thing like any DSLR point and shoot. You hold the shutter button down halfway, it focuses on the closest point, and then it locks on, boom, take your picture.
So composition is critical.
Oh, well, composition is critical in pretty well any type of photography, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So I'm always looking for, well, the one thing I'm always looking for is I'm always looking where the light is. Yes, the light's coming from up above, of course, but sometimes when you get direct sunlight, I'll try to get to the side of the coral or something where I can at least get some side lighting on it, so it gives it a little more depth, so you actually see all the nooks and crannies, stuff like that. Instead of just using my flash, boom, I don't use my flash just because...
So you're on.
So yeah, I don't use the flash on this camera just because it's just a built-in flash. It's not that bright. Not only that, one thing I noticed when you do use flash and the flash goes off, every little piece and little particle that's in the water or stuff like it, it shows up. So all of a sudden you may not see it with the naked eye, but when you put flash and light on it, boom, you get a whole image, and all it is all these white little particles. Looks like dust. So I like to use just no flash and look for the light. Try to find out where the light is. Get to the right angle where the light is. Get that nice, I mean, like with anything, you know, the light casts shadows. The more shadows you have, the more depth you have, the more definition and detail you have in the coral. So, cool. So yeah, we're gonna give it a shot and go.
Does it get any simpler?
This is what we have. There's our cap right there, though.
Hello everybody, this is Rob Provencher here. I just want to now talk a little bit about one of my favorite pastimes besides scuba diving, and that is snorkeling. You know, all the stuff that James talked about when he talked about taking pictures underwater while scuba diving. To be quite honest with you, we have just as much fun, sometimes more fun, taking underwater images with the same camera, same housings, while snorkeling. You know, sometimes close to shore or off reefs. We can dive down 10 to 15 feet and you get some amazing images. All the images that I'm showing you right now are all done while snorkeling. And you often get better light because it's closer to shore, and you often get a whole lot of interesting marine life. We've swam with schools and schools of thousands of fish, turtles, fish of all sizes, as well as rays, and it's just a whole lot of fun. But the exact same rules apply, and that's how you can get some amazing underwater camera pictures, even while snorkeling.